It me, KiKiD484, and welcome back to another episode of Zanki 0, Last Beginnings. In the last episode, we began exploring the west side of the boat. In this episode, we actually clear up the west side of the boat. We found some research info, solved some puzzles, and activated some cutscenes. Also, I want to apologize for another recorded episode. I just realized that there was a tournament happening in my local area today, and normally it was on Sundays, but for some reason it's happening on Mondays now. So yeah, it totally slipped my mind, so I apologize. But not really much happened in this episode anyway, mainly because I kind of chickened out when we're about to progress to the plot. You'll see why at the end. And it's pretty much just me just exploring throughout the entire thing. Nothing really important happens, aside from a few cutscenes and puzzles. The grocery shopping wasn't even that fantastic either, because in the extend machine I noticed that I tried to upgrade to the higher difficulties, only to find myself in the negatives, and that's not good. So I had to cut it short and just grinded what I could. Yeah, what I could with the goats and monkeys that are on the floor. I think I got some pig here too. So it wasn't really that spectacular. It did not help that when I was backtracking, I apparently got blocked. So I was resorted to go to the Metro Plaza and deal with the freaking creatures, and I mean, it's not too bad because the lights were on. It's only the female creatures, no male ones, thank goodness. But other than that, I just cut the grocery shopping to a close because we weren't getting enough goat and monkey. So I just went back to the garage island, cooked up the food, got some water, dealt with Sachika, got the gear ready, and proceeded to the boat with our adventure. I will say that I think in the first part of it, it's going to be a lot of speed up and slow down, because we find some research infos that helps us with solving the puzzles, as well as some, I guess, tiny bits that I noticed that might be foreshadowing into whatever creature boss we come up against. Also, I ran into another Danganronpa poster, so I want to at least show y'all where I found that, so that way y'all can look for it and y'all won't be lost, and increase our chances of encountering Monokuma so I can finally kick him in the freaking face. So, with that being said, I'm just gonna warp over to the west side of the boat and show y'all the things I found, starting with the Danganronpa poster. Man, it's a good thing I'm not streaming otherwise. This would have been the worst stream ever.
Where are we?
We're in this room that contains the picture.
The way home is... I can't go there! Look at the map.
I haven't discovered this entire place yet. Oh, well, there's a...
What's this?
I hear footsteps. Okay, I was probably just imagining that.
Found it!
A poster for the
What's this?
A poster for the psychopop horror game Ultra Despair Girls. That was a fun game.
The way home is.
Let's go around. Hello. I'm doors.
Where are we?
Ready?
Concentrate.
There's something here. Found it.
We can find stuff. We're gonna need
We're not lost, are we?
this art.
Ready?
Concentrate.
Wait for my chance.
Gosh, he's so old. Okay, this is one thing I haven't mentioned yet.
Wait for my chance.
Concentrate.
Hmm. Hey, dolls. You can switch for late.
Is. Wait for my chance.
Concentrate. Is it
Fucking terrible garbage. Yeah, oh, wait. That could be a trap. Deep it. Oh, wait. Okay.
the way home is?
Wait, here's something. We need to activate a trap. I need to change the lights.
Concentrate.
Wait for my chance. Shoot this. Ready? Wait for my chance. Shoot this.
What's this room?
Wait, there it is. What's this? Is it
Anything particular religious?
I can't wait much longer.
There's a lizard.
Concentrate.
Wait for my chance. Ready?
Let him come to us. There's more than one lizard in there.
Shoot this. What?
Ooh, what's this? Use clothes. Sharp lizard tusk.
Ready?
Concentrate.
Wait for my chance. Shoot this.
Ooh.
I'll take it. Got it. Ready? Wait
Concentrate.
for my chance. Shoot this.
New shoes. There we go.
Oh,
What do you got here? Oh, Beatles. A Weekly Blues magazine. It has a feature on birthstones. Oh, let's read that. Right before I guess I got the birthstones. Okay, let's see what we got here. Survival guide. Research info. Birthstone article. Common sense for girls? Mini Spring of Knowledge Corner. This is a special issue featuring birthstones. Did you know birthstones differ depending on the country? The concept of birthstones began in August 1912 in Kansas City, USA, when the American National Retail Jewelers Association met up and officially created a list. Then, 40 years later, in 1952, the list was revised into what we know and use today. Japan's birthstones were determined another 6 years later in 1958, with the addition of coral for March and jade for Maid. Now let's take a look at Japan's birthstones, as well as their meanings and what they symbolize. January, garnet, truth, fidelity, loyalty. February, amethyst, honesty, tranquility. March, aquamarine, bloodstone and coral, composure, valor, intelligence. April, diamond, purity, innocence. May, emerald, jade, fortune, happiness. June, pearl, moonstone, health, wealth, longevity. Words. July, ruby, passion, benevolence, dignity. August, sardonyx, peridot, happy marriage, harmony. September, sapphire, affection, honesty, virtuous. October, opal, tourmaline, joy, comfort, perseverance. November, topaz, citrine, friendship, hope, integrity. December, lapis lazuli, turquoise, success. What is your birthstone like? Knowing not just your own birthstone, but all of them could come in handy when sending gifts to others too. Oh, okay. picture.
What is this?
Mother's picture is ruined. Father would be saddened if he saw this.
I need to go to the
Aw.
restroom.
So that's a picture of Yuma's mom, Miss Mwa Mashiro. It's really pretty. Way to ruin the mood, Haruto. Ugh. Anyways, this next part, I pretty much just go through each of the rooms to make sure that they're all checked, just to make sure I don't miss anything. Looking for every nook and cranny. While I was exploring though, I did notice that some of the rooms have tables on them, and when you search the tables, some of them, they'll give you a gem. Some of them will, not all the time though. You might have to come back a day or two for them to replenish. And I know there's one in one of the first ones that gives you like a buttload of flour every day. So that's something worth checking out. I marked them on the mini-map so that way I can just backtrack and go through them. And so yeah, the tables will give you a random gem. You'll have to check your inventory to see what it is. And I thought, oh, hey, this will be neat for creating weapons and bases and, you know, all that other creating stuff, shenanigans. And so, I don't know what told me to do this, but I went back to the wall painting where we have to give the wall something. And first I was just throwing the sapphire. I was like, okay, you look like someone fancy. Maybe you like a jewel or something. So I gave her the sapphire. She wouldn't take it. And so I went back into my notes and noticed a clue. Basically, the art is called Gift in July. And I thought, oh, I just read an article that talked about birthstones and month and stuff. So I just pretty much looked at that, and then I compared it to the birthstone stuff, and put two and two together and realized I need to get a ruby. So, thinking that I had a ruby in my inventory at the base, I went back to the base and tried to collect one. Yeah, hi, this is future me again. So after watching the footage I gathered, I kind of just decided not to leave it in because it's just me wasting time. Basically, the footage is just me figuring out the people's birthdays. Minamo's is the next one coming up in July. I forgot the exact date. And just me rambling about how I think my birthday is weird because all the important stuff happens before and after my birthday. So it's just a small ramble, and then I go to the storage to find out that I didn't have a ruby. So I went back to the boat to backtrack and find the ruby, only to find out that it was on somebody's person the whole time. So I pretty much just wasted a good maybe an hour of footage there. And seeing as how you guys probably have better stuff to do anyway, I decided to cut it all out. However, there is one thing I would like to point out before I jump to me solving the wall puzzle. Basically, it's the door that I kept going past that I couldn't figure out. Turns out that next to it, there's a vent at the top small enough for a child to crawl in. So basically, get one of your party members as a child, get them to crawl in there, and they'll open the door from the inside. Not only will you be greeted by the short fat creature with its tongue out, but you will also get an item called the brass knuckles, which is a blunt type weapon. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out before I jump to me solving the wall puzzle and we make progress in this adventure. Woo! Idiots. Okay, and so we dropped the ruby. Okay,
Watch out.
takes us up there. I probably should have saved, but well, it's a new territory. Okay. The TV. What's on it?
Concentrate.
They won't get away. Wait for it. Any other enemies? Let's do this. Waiting for my chance?
Concentrate.
They won't get away.
They're mine.
It's fine. Come on.
Hmm. There's a partition.
They won't get away. Waiting for my chance?
Concentrate. They're mine.
Please do not hit the door. It may break up from the impact. What does this do?
Here goes nothing.
Nothing happened.
North is up.
Well, that happened.
Ready? Concentrate.
They won't get away. Waiting
Footsteps.
for my chance? Waiting for my chance?
Concentrate.
They won't.
They're mine.
Waiting for my chance?
Concentrate. They're mine.
That's good.
Where haven't we gone yet?
Creatures.
Waiting for my chance?
Concentrate.
They won't get away.
They're mine.
They won't get away. Waiting for my
At these Jordan. It says party hall. I hope it's not a creature party.
Waiting for.
Where are we?
Oh, great.
Concentrate.
They won't get away. Waiting for my chance?
Let's break up the Cleone.
Waiting for my chance?
Concentrate. They're mine.
That's fine.
Where are we? Thanks for the meal.
They won't get away. Waiting for my chance?
Concentrate.
Doesn't seem to be creatures. But there is something obviously shining.
Maybe we could use this.
What is it?
Is it
Oh,
edible?
guy. Story. Man, this is my first luxury cruise, but there's no good food or expensive liquor on board. There are creatures all over the place, too. This is more like a horror movie than a cruise. My thoughts exactly. There are way too many creatures here. Speaking of creatures, Cleone are what turn people into creatures, right? What exactly are they? They must be related to Mani somehow, since they could be transplanted using the extend machine. Haruto Higurashi glances at me. Unfortunately for him, I do not have the answer.
I don't know.
Don't know, but I'm sure you're right. Mani made the little Cleone too? Your company is pretty amazing, Yuma. They made frickin' parasites? Jeez. Well, if that's true, then the reason the world ended up like this is because of...
Be quiet.
Oh, shit. Also pissed off Baby Zen. Oh, boy. Be quiet, Leo.
Hey.
What am I, a lion? You said it wrong on purpose. Is he really a Leo? I'll have to check just in case.
Look.
Oh, shit. This is a rare instance of pissed off Baby Zen. Anyway. I said quiet. Don't you hear that voice?
What?
Voice? Everyone listens carefully. I'm gonna just dip after this plot because I don't want any more spooks. You can hear the faint sound of waves. Along with it, nope. Can I just leave to the garage? That song. Cold sweat erupts from my body as fear rears its ugly face. Oh, we're getting chased, aren't we?
No!
Nope. There's something over there. Riko Suzukino points ahead. We are really getting chased by this thing. There he stands. Just like the time we saw him at the Mashiro Metro Plaza. Can I just leave? It's that same creature! No. The creature roars as if in response. There is a sense of bloodlust so great, it is as if it means to kill us with the roar itself.
No!
Give me a break. I thought it lived in the underground plaza.
You know.
Maybe it followed us here. Oh no, he is angry. We don't stand a chance against this thing. We're not actually gonna fight it, are we? Gross. Stay. Huh? It's talking to us.
No way!
It knows her name? So it really is after Sachika. Get up, Sachika! Run! The rest of you too! We can't let him kill us here! Yuma, lead us out here! Can I just dip? Okay,
This way.
We were taken by surprise. I visualize the escape route in my head as another thought appears in my mind. I may be able to make use of that monster. Oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez. I'm not ready for this. I am not ready for this. Can I just go to the fucking base? I'm going back to the base. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. I'm out. I am not dealing with that. I was not prepared for that. Oh god. Looks like we got away. Yeah, but he might be nearby still. We need to proceed carefully.
My.
How shameful. I could hardly do anything but act as a wall for everyone else. Ain't your fault. Kurosuke's abnormally strong compared to other creatures. I'm not dealing with that.
You know.
Maybe he's strong because of his intellect. Other creatures are physically strong and have the power of Kyoni, but they're pretty dumb. So this one's got brains and bronze, huh? Kinda like an upgraded Dr. Mamoru. Wow. Shots fired. I may not look it, but I did graduate from med school. Are you sure? You did say that you were a doctor in training. He may catch up to us if we stay still for too long. Yuma, do you know of a route where we can lose him? Try.
Are you alright?
Oh, you're right. You don't look so good.
Yes.
I just need to catch my breath from all the running. Do I really have to go back in there? We're gonna be chased? Oh my gosh. Great! Oh. Because I am plump and beautiful, as you know. Okay then. I take a slow, deep breath. I must stay calm if I am to accomplish my mission. I put alone the emotion swelling inside me and bite my lips. Now do it. You are the daughter of Mashiro.